Hi guys, today we are doing a very awkward May the TBR TBR. So if you don't know what May the TBR is, I don't know why you follow me because it's my girlfriend's readathon. She does a TBR game every month with it, and she decided for May that she was going to do a TBR readathon, and I was like, amazing, love this, and obviously I'm going to join in. So we had the really bright idea of me doing my roles with her actual board because that would be fun and that would be great. And then I got home and realised I forgot to do the roles. So yeah. And then came the issue of I don't have a printer, so I can't print out the things. So I have the board there. I have the prompts there. I do not have the setup for this. The setup is going to be difficult. So you're just going to have to trust me. I have a dice, like a dice tray, which is the lid of a box. I have my D10 and my D6s. I'm going to be doing I'm going to do 4 books, I think. I'm going to do 4 books, and yeah, so I'm going to do the rolls and then we'll figure out the books. So yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to show you this because this is just going to be too much of a thing, so just kind of trust that I'm not going to be shady or weird about this. I'm just going to do this. 7, Naboo. I should have something to write on. So we start on Naboo and then I do 4 rolls. 8, 9, 3. I was literally just about to say, this has been really nice to me that I've got 7, 8, 9, and then I got a 3, and that's like a pain to get to. 1. Okay, so I've got 4. I'm going to give myself 10 rolls. Do I have a... I've got a jar there. I can pick out the jar. That will be my lightsabers. So we're gonna roll again. You're gonna have to trust me. So that's 8. So from Naboo to Tatooine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give myself 10, so I might as well. 1, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got to Tatooine. Oh, I did not think about this. So there are 4 prompts for this one. There is read a scavenged book, a book with a twist, a mood read, and a book with a sidekick. Okay. I'm coming back to picking the books after I've filmed my rolls. And then I get 4 extra, so 1, 2, 3, 4. My next roll. I'm 1 away from Camino, and I get a double 2. And we got to Camino. That's really frustrating. I understand Becca's frustration now. I will be mentioning that. I want to have a look at the oh, there's a lot for Camino. Okay, so we have a book that's right on point. Favorite trope, an explosive book, a book that had a cover change, a sci-fi book, a book with adventure, or a poll pick. Okay, cool. That is fine. I can totally do those. So I'm on Camino, and then I have 7 more to get to Mandalore and Exegol. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Double 3. Yes, I got hyperspace. I was only 4 away, but I will take that because I was coming very close to trouble there. I have 3 more rolls to get from Mandalore to Exegol, so this should be interesting. The prompts for Mandalore are a book with a siege or battle, a book with sibling relationships, a book with revenge, a middle grade or a children's book, a hardback book, or a book with forbidden love. Okay, those are pretty easy. Those are pretty easy. Okay, cool. So I'm on Mandalore. 3 more rolls to get to Exegol. That's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Unless I get like a 1 and a 2. No, actually, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this because I have 2 more rolls. And that's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am 1 away, so I'm going to get there. But I want to see if I get a space. No, but I got another 11. I got another 11. You can't see that. I got another 11. Please trust me. So I got to Exegol, and then Exegol is, what number is Exegol? There. Okay, so it's an underrated book. A book with an I can change him villain. I love it already. And a book with enemies to lovers. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go and have a look at my bookcases, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about the books that I'm picking. We are back, so I'm going to go through all of the books that I have picked for my planets. I was going to cut this together, but I've decided I'm just going to do one then the other, just because it's a bit boring to not see the board and stuff, so we're doing it this way. So the first planet I got to was Tatooine, and I read all of the prompts out, and I will tell you that I decided to go with a book with a sidekick. I'm stretching this a little bit because I don't know if this technically counts, and I'm not reading this specific book. I just don't have a copy of, or I can't find my copy of the first book, and I'm going to do a reread, and I'm going to be rereading An Ember in the Ashes. This is the only book in this series that I have not read. It is by Sabatia. I loved the first 3 books, and I got to this book, and it had been so long since I'd read the other books that I couldn't remember what had happened. So I'm going to reread the first one. I'm going to reread all of them before I get to this one, so I can finish this series, because I'm really excited for this book. I'm really nervous. So we're going to do that. But this is about a girl whose brother gets kidnapped or is in danger, and she ends up working with the rebels and goes to a military school, and about a boy in the military school who doesn't really want to be in the military school, and all of the consequences behind that. The next planet was Camino, and I decided to go with a book with adventure, and I'm going to be reading The Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty. So this is the third and final book in the David Bad series. I've been reading them on and off. I'm currently in the middle of The Kingdom of Copper, and yeah, this is the third one. I'm not finished book 2, so I'm not going to tell you anything about this. I'm not going to look at the back of this because I don't want to be spoiled. But the first one is about Nari, who is a charlatan in Cairo, and she accidentally summons a djinn, and it goes from there, and that's all I'm going to tell you about that. But if it's anything like book 1 or book 2 so far, and I'm only like 25% into book 2, this is going to have a lot of action and adventure. For Mandalore, I was struggling because I couldn't put this book into any of the other prompts, so I decided to go with a hardback book. And I'm going with Yellowface by Rebecca F. Kwong, or R.F. Kwong, as I know her for her other books. This is a literary fiction, which I don't usually read, but this is about 2 authors. One of them has really rose up in writing, and the other one doesn't. And the one who does is Asian American, and she dies, and the white woman steals her story and like passes it off as her own. And I've wanted to read this for a while, and yeah, also like, look at that, they're so pretty. I love it. But yeah, I'm going to be reading this. It's quite short. I'm not going to worry too much. I'm really excited. And the final book that I'm going to be reading for my May the TBR is for Exegol, and I picked a book with enemies to lovers, and I picked The Hurricane Was by Thea Guanzong. I have probably butchered that name, and I do apologise. This is Star Wars fanfiction. This is real fanfiction. It's also a gorgeous book. I've heard mixed things about this. I want to read it, and yeah. Also, what I think is really cool about these books that I have picked is all of these books are authors who have written for Star Wars. Most of them are for the A Certain Point of View collection of stories, and I decided to just kind of like throw one of the, like a book from each of those, because I was like, I want to read books from Star Wars people because it seemed thematic, and I got to pick books that I am really like excited for, and also 3 books by 3 authors of colour, which is amazing. Absolutely adore that. There is obviously other books that I need to read. I need to read my math long book. There are a couple of books that I have for a different project that I'm not going to go into, but they are going to be on. So I have roughly about 7 books I want to get to, and then I'm going to just kind of mood read for the rest of it. Obviously, any books that I read are going to be going for the Tomes and Treasures coins as well. And if there's any books that get left over from this month, because I have like 4 days, 4 days, yeah, to read all the books on April's TBR, and I have 3 books left, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish those. So any of those books, if I can get them moved over onto May's TBR or whatever, I'm definitely going to be doing that. But yeah, I'm really excited for my TBR. I think it's going to be really, really fun. The rolling of the dice and picking books was really, really, really fun. So yeah, I hope everyone else is joining in May the TBR, and I am going to be signing off now. May the force be with you. Felt like I had to say it. Bye guys.